Okay, so now we've cut all the holes, we're ready to cut off the bottom. The reason why we cut off the bottom is because we need the fluid to go somewhere. That's where all the nutrients are at. So we want all that fluid to drain right into the soil, and every so often, I would say probably once a week, you should turn everything. You may need to do it once every few days if your system is working really well and it's degrading quickly. It definitely helps, and you can actually use that soil as fertilizer, like I said before. Okay, so now you're ready to cut out the bottom. My particular can had a wheelbase on it so that you can roll around the can for heavy objects, all that good stuff. You don't need that. Just get a solid bottom can. That way you can just cut off the tip. You'll only lose about ½ an inch. In my case, I'm losing about 5 inches. That's just that much more compost that I could have put inside an actual can. Now, you could either use a knife. This plastic stuff is very easy to cut. However, I'm a very lazy guy, and I prefer to use a Sawzall. I got my nice little handheld here from Milwaukee. And I'm not suggesting that you just go out and buy a Sawzall for the purpose of cutting this. If you're not hands-on, your neighbor might actually have one, or the drill for that matter if you don't have one, or the whole hog. So believe me, out of all the people that I know at least 5 people with power drills, whole hogs, and Sawzalls. So I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that hard for you to find it. Again, this project took me about 3 minutes, including cutting out the bottom of this hole. So it's not like you need to borrow it for a week, you need to borrow it for about 15 minutes in total. Now if you're going to be using a Sawzall, I wouldn't just start cutting a hole like this, although you can, and I've already started it. I'm already in. I have cut about a 10-inch line in about 10 seconds. Here's my knife. The knife will actually cut faster, but not as straight. Like I said, whichever one you want to use is fine because it'll cut the same. But like I said, I'm kind of lazy and I'd rather not put the pressure on my hand. Go back to the knife. There you go, you're done. It took me 3 minutes to build this baby. 3 minutes, and it shouldn't take you any longer. Again, parts, the only thing you really need to buy is this. You either have these tools at home, I'm sure everyone has an X-Acto knife. The drill with the whole hog, I'm sure you can borrow it off somebody. To even rent it, I'm sure it's not that expensive either. But there you go. Essentially, you can take this end, put it into your garden, like so. Take your lid, put it on top, you're done. That's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now, what you do want to do though, however, is once you have this dug into the ground, you're going to want to put in about, I would say, ½ a foot of soil, whether it be topsoil or just heavy earth, into your compost. And at that point, begin throwing in leaves and all that stuff. And then when you guys are done with old spoiled foods, go ahead and throw it in there. Now, there's 2 types of foods that you cannot put into a composter. That is dairy products and meats. Please stay away from those things because they will create actual harmful bacteria like E. coli, salmonella. We want to stay away from those things. They don't help the compost at all either, and they will stink very, very badly. Having a composter is definitely a great way of being green. It's definitely a good thing for our environment and great for our landfills too. So hopefully you will do your part, and thank you very much for joining us with this segment.